Oh, use that powder like you're in the Olympics. You just... Yes. Guys, welcome back.
We're back.
We're back once again. Thank you for tuning in. As always, to the cHaSe dEaD podcast. We're your hosts. My name's Nick.
And I am Phil.
I've got some fucking gummy bears.
Gummy bummy.
And
I have another one, sir.
Of course, you can have as many as you like.
Oh, don't even test me for that.
Oh, you
I got an
know
orange
I
last
will,
time.
though.
I'm getting a yellow this time.
Oh, you're going very yellow, are you? Mom. That's exactly what I wanted to avoid. Guys, we've got a great show for you today. We're back to our usual form. Apologies, we're uploading a day late. I don't think we're $1 short, though. I would not say that it's $1 short at all. I think that actually we're not $1 short. We're $1 store because, we have so much value for for so cheap.
You're a dollar whore.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
That's you.
You heard me.
You're a dollar store whore.
Jesus Christ.
Got him. What are you going to do?
You got it.
What are you going to do?
So guys, we're going to be talking about our usual albums. We got some cHaSe lore for you. We got our usual antics. We even have liquids, just like before. Phil even has this for.
This is a new 40. I bought this today.
It's a brand new 40. Just
I
for
had to
this
go
podcast.
and get this today for you.
Yep.
Ready?
Look at this man.
Ready? I mean, is there anything better than that,
Most things.
Most things
are better than that, I would say.
Things?
I would say most things. Like 80 to 90% of things are better than that. Anyway, guys.
Man. Cold, refreshing.
Cold, refreshing.
You know how fucking blue those mountains are.
Those are blue mountains. Guys, let us know what you thought of the Casual Friday spectacular. Just because if you liked it, we will do more of those.
Spectacular. Casual Friday. Spectacular.
Yeah. It was spectacle. It was a spectacle to me. Okay. It was a spectacle to me.
Okay, good.
Did you have fun?
I had great fun,
good.
but I don't know if it was a spectacle because it was Casual Friday.
I think it can be a Casual Friday spectacle. What you doing?
I wanted them to see that a little bit better.
You wanted to see the little
I wanted them to
flicky-dicky?
see that it's flat, a little flat boy.
Little flat boy?
Yeah, a little flat
thin
boy. A little flat thin boy.
Well, guys, we got some great albums to talk to you about this week. I'm going to be going back to our roots. Really, this whole episode is going to kind of be going back to our roots. It's episode 10.
Episode fucking 10, dude. We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
We made it.
We made it all the way to episode.
It's like that
fucking
Paul
10.
Rudd thing. Who could have imagined? Us? Look at us.
Look at us.
Who could have thought?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, man?
Not me.
Not me?
Not me.
It's crazy.
I was hoping we'd get to this, but I mean, now getting to 10 episodes in, I'm just like, wow.
10. We're not even halfway.
We will be reviewing our 17th and 18th album.
Mm-hmm. Pretty crazy, huh?
Crazy to think that we've gone through that many albums already.
Where did you get those metrics from?
Wait, right? How many episodes have we done? We do 2 each.
10.
But
Yeah.
we missed one.
We missed one. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, no. You know why? Because on 2 of those episodes, we only reviewed 1.
I wasn't even.
So we're
hours.
doing 15 and 16.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've done at least 7 episodes.
Yes. No, I'm with you. I understand where you're coming from now.
Oh, God, my brain hurts.
So
no, we're doing 13, 14. Yeah, this is 15 and 16. I was right. I know math. I did Kumon for a year. I almost said 2 years, but a year.
A year? I did it for like
I don't even know.
a school year.
Mom, when you watch this, hit me up and let me know how long I did Kumon. I forget.
I never did
all those years
Kumon.
blurred together.
I had
fucking
kids.
hated that
I
shit,
knew
dude.
people who worked for Kumon.
Man, that shit sucks.
I
Dude.
believe it. I believe
It
it.
sucks.
Seems like it's horrible.
As a kid, just as someone who like can't even at 23 can barely sit down for a long time unless it's something I really care about. And you know what I care about least? Fucking math problems.
Yeah. That you'll never have to do in your real life.
Yeah.
Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I'm with all that. Everything. What you doing?
You don't hear that buzzing?
No. I'm also
Some
on
of my equipment is old,
little
and so it gets a little
headphones,
because I've just had it for so long. And if I like knock it and it comes, it's just getting loose. So I gotta do an upgrade of all my stuff soon. So.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that across the board.
Dude.
Unfortunately.
Who is that? Your girlfriend calling you, dude?
Yeah.
What does she care about you? Want to talk to you?
Yeah, she goes to another school. You don't know her.
Oh yeah. What is she from Canada or something?
Toronto. That's exactly right.
Bullshit, dude. Bullshit. What does she speak French or something?
Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes Dimitri does.
Dude, you shut up. You don't even fucking know.
You don't even go here, dude.
I don't even go to this school.
I don't even go to
They're
this
like,
school.
wait, what?
They're like, wait, what? It's like, I'm 46.
I'm 46 and I just have a child's mind. And they're like, well, that explains so much.
That makes things so sad.
You drove. Did you drive yourself to school today? Well, I drove. Well, actually, my wife dropped me off. Oh no!
Wait, do you have a girlfriend and a wife?
Yeah, I've got both. It's not mutually exclusive.
Okay, so that girlfriend is not actually your girlfriend.
It's an open relationship. And
no,
it's like,
I don't believe you.
And they're 12-year-old. Like these are like little kids. Like I don't believe
you, dude.
It seems like you're manipulative. It seems like you're really manipulative, dude.
It seems like maybe your wife is just like a caretaker or something, dude.
Seems like you're out on the town, dude.
It seems like you're out to fucking lunch, my guy.
Oh man, I don't know why that got me so hard. That was pretty good. All right.
I don't believe you.
I don't
believe you.
I don't see it.
Believe it.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll. Ooh. They're mocking him. They're openly mocking him.
You know what face I've been really into lately?
What's that? Oh, I know. You gave me a tutorial the other day.
Yeah, I was trying to teach you on how to do it.
Nose down. You do the.
Still could get through it all the way. We gotta finish it up.
Yeah, so we'll get it one day. We'll get it one day. All right. So you wanna dive into these albums? You wanna go in? From this angle, the amount of space under your lip is disturbing. You look like a circus tent, like just chilling there. It's like the exact curvature. It's ridiculous. Just that, like that. Yeah, that's the sound that it makes.
Yeah, totally. Actually,
you know what I'm talking about? You could be the grocery scanner. Oh my goodness. Well,
and then what,
guys?
What a shootout at the grocery. What?
Just made me think of Hot Fuzz.
Thought? Huh?
It's a great movie, Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is a
great
movie.
Honestly, one day I want us to do a live show where we do like a watch party, where we do like a movie watch party and do some live reviews. Do like a, sort of Ancient Aliens kind of thing, kind of deal. Kind of like to do that one day.
Yeah, I'd be down
to do that sometime.
I still want to figure out the live show aspect of us doing this.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we can stream live on YouTube, and we can also stream live on Twitch. So
true. We just have to get some kind of capture card.
Yeah, we got to get a capture card up, and then those can be uploaded directly to YouTube right afterwards. So it's
I want to get that
fucking
mixer thing that I was showing you.
Yes, that would be huge.
Y'all, we would
just
have
so we can
upgraded sound. We would sound so much better.
Well, that, and we can have more people on the show.
We could have like 6 people.
Fantastic. Which I think you guys would enjoy if we had like a good group of people and we were doing like a kind of large kind of like variety show kind of thing.
Yeah,
which would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be super fun.
It'd be a good time. So
especially if we did like I want to do like at one point like a casual Friday with the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all would like that.
We talked about everybody walking through.
Yeah. We'll be downstairs in the house. You guys can y'all can see the whole house and everything, and you can see kind of where we live. We'll show you the address. We'll give you a key and everything. We'll dox ourselves.
You want to move in? You can move in.
Go ahead, try it out.
Go ahead, try it out, man. Try it out.
Try it out.
Just like Big Shaq, I'd love to say that Robert Paul Champlain, you can absolutely come
Champagne,
on.
Yeah.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You are welcome on our show at any time, dude. You want to try it out? Try it out, man. Come on, just come in and try it out on our show. You wanna move in? You
so
can move in.
So many people do not know what we're referencing, but man,
a lot of people are gonna find out.
At some point, we'll show you. I want to get that capability.
I think we need to wait until we have like a Patreon.
Yeah, Because then we can really show some like dirty fucking shit. I can show you guys some crazy, insane shit that I find on the internet. Also, I kind of want to do. Place. I kind of want to do.
Truthfully, is
like kind of what Christina does, but like on Your Mom's House. Shout out to Your Mom's House. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Christina. Shout out to Nadav. Shout out to Annie.
Shout out to everybody involved with YMH.
Shout out to Josh Potter. I literally love y'all shows so much.
I'm gonna take a picture.
That is like the kind of show that I love to do, or that I would love to do at one point. Is like just kind of do what they did, just like fuck around, have people on, watch crazy, insane shit. You know.
Just took a picture of our setup.
Just because like that's the part of the internet that I kind of grew up on, was the weird side.
Yeah.
And also, like Live Leak, Best Score, stuff like that. Stuff I shouldn't be watching.
Yeah,
that's what I grew up watching. And
I just never grew up like watching that kind of shit. I don't know
that's
why.
I'm so dead end to like watching humans die. I can't watch animals die. That shit fucks me up.
Oh yeah.
Instantly, as soon as I hear a dog like whimper or like, oh dude,
it hurts.
absolutely. I'm like me. In fighting mode, and dude, I'm like, I'm gonna kill someone who's doing it.
No, it's fucked up. I can't do that at all.
Like, I treat my pets like
the shit online
made
though,
of glass. Like
the shit online for people though is still fucked, dude. And there is horrible. I mean, look,
what flavor is maybe this? Cum? Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
You can see it's clear.
You nailed it. I believe in actuality.
I believe it's magic.
It's pineapple. I think it's pineapple. Oh, they're fused together.
That's like no taste. Sorry, what were you saying? I completely interrupted you.
No, that's totally fine. Honestly, after that, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I'm sure it was not that important.
Anyways, I watch insane shit all the time. I'll come up to you constantly and be like, yo, look at this. And you'll be like, oh my God, why would you show me that? I don't want to see that.
It's more the fact that you find it on surface level sites. Because here's the thing, right? Like, I knew about Live Leak. I knew about Best Score in high school. I didn't watch it for a reason because it was disturbing. I didn't really want to watch it.
Shit's fucked up.
But like when I go on a Live Leak.
Understandable, you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah. If I've gone on Live Leak and like maybe the single handful of times that I've gone on it myself, you know what you're getting into. Like as soon as you see the Live Leak little like watermark, you know it's going to be a fucked up video.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm watching something.
Yeah, like someone's going to die.
Thanks.
But you find shit on the surface level internet, like on Instagram and shit, that you'll pull up and be like, hey man, like you want to see someone who like completely lost their leg, and I see Instagram and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, it can't be that bad. And then you swipe to it and I'm like, oh my God, that is horrific. Like that is disturbingly graphic. And you're like, yep.
I follow a couple forensic pathologists too. Yeah. Shout out to Mrs. Angemi. I love you. Your page is awesome. I love the gross room. Oh, dude. Her gross room thing. That's where you really see some fuck shit. Because like but it's all like, you know, given out by medical staff. So it's like, you know, it's got a different context to it of not just like, hey, look at this video I caught of someone dying, you know?
Yeah.
I'll still watch that, but yeah. I just like those Instagrams are crazy because it is medical. They can show wild shit.
Yeah.
Like someone who had, you know, some kind of like parasitic thing happen to them and like it just ate away at their arm. And so there's nothing left. It's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. Because here's the thing, right? That fascinates me to a degree. I mean, you know, I don't think I've ever mentioned on the podcast. Like I was interested in going into medical school for a while. And during that time, like I, you know, made the peace with the fact of like, okay, like you're going to see a lot of horrific shit. You're going to watch people die. That's not as bad because like I kind of also made the decision early on of like, I don't want to do surgery. I don't want to go into surgical. I just want to do like maybe emergency medicine. What I was really interested in, which was sort of like psychopharmacology, doing like, you know, psychiatric work for the military or something like that. But I didn't want to do surgical. So like in a way I can like look at it and like I don't really get sick or anything like that. It's more that like ethical, like moral thing of like, it's like seeing somebody's brain being taken out of like a case where you're just like, that was someone's entire life and like existence held within. And like, again, I think it's pretty obvious by now, neither Phil or I are very religious people. So like, it's not like the vessel of like that person. I don't really give a shit about that. It's just more of the idea of like,
that used to be a functioning person.
Yeah, that used to be a living person. Like that whole thing. And seeing like someone, especially who's had like a horrific accident like that, who's lived, knowing that they had to survive that pain and shit like that. And then like, sort of imagining it for yourself. That's where it gets a little bit harder for me, where I'm like, oh, dude, like I can look at it and not be like, because I have no problem with blood or anything like that, or even like viscera, I guess to a certain magnitude, like any normal person. But yeah, if I look too long, it's that thing of like, no, I was a living person and they had a life and they had feelings and they had goals just like I do, and now they're fucking dead. And it's just like,
there's also something like weird with like seeing it on video.
Me up, dude.
There's something about seeing it on video versus seeing it in real life that has like a different effect. Like if I see something like
pictures, video, and in real life,
all have. If I just see a picture, I'm like, oh wow, that's crazy. If I see a video, I'm like, oh wow. But if I see it in real life, I get this weird feeling in like my knees. They don't get like weak, but like it's like my like muscles are like wincing, tense, and like I like wince.
Well, dude, I think that's like, I think it's that natural aversion to death. Like you have that, like I think just like most animals do. Like if you have a deer that you shoot during hunting before you like go to get it, obviously everything's running away to like protect itself, but nothing's gonna come up and like try and protect the deer, because there's almost that like otherworldly feeling of like that thing is dead now, like we need to go. You know what I'm talking about? Like it won't get near the dead body until like some time has passed. I think that's that natural recoil of emotion where it's just like that's innate in all things of
being like fuck.
No,
that's fucked up, that's fucked up,
that is fucked up. That's me
100%.
Yep. So it's fucked up.
It's crazy. I just like but if I see a video of it, I'm fine.
Yep.
But I mean, it also wasn't always that way. There was definitely a point. I don't remember.
Took you some time.
I don't know. I think it was probably like 7th or 8th grade when I first saw
I gotta
like
be
a video
honest.
of someone die, and I was like,
if you were that low reactionary immediately, then like
it'd be a problem.
You'd have like
it would be a problem.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess I've seen enough videos now just by growing up with the internet of people like dying that it's not that immediate, like, oh my God. But like, like for example, I just this past summer when the videos of the Ahmaud Arbery murder, where like he was running, like, dude, I mean,
those kind of videos, like the Michael Brown video, the Eric Garner video,
there's
just
like other reasons why that's George so upsetting, but like still seeing someone get, because if you've seen the whole video, and rest in peace that poor young man, Jesus Christ, like it, it gave me chills
like that, but Ahmaud Arbery was,
dude, the way that he just runs and drops is, I mean,
it's like sickening.
You're like, oh my God. That's what I was gonna say. It's like
fucked up.
I saw the video and then spent the entire day like calling the district attorney in Georgia. Like literally I watched it with our friend Nick Gilchrist. Shout out to Gil.
Shout out to
and dude, he watched me like shaking with rage, just like calling over and over and over and over again until finally I got a response. I was like, dude, what the fuck is being done about this? Like, how are you not getting these guys? Because that video, like, look, and that's what I was going to say. If you're a human being and you watch that video and it doesn't make you want to like get up and flip a table, like, there's something wrong with you.
You've got a problem.
You have a serious problem.
You've got a problem.
It is so fucked.
Yeah, there's something about those videos that also makes me that one makes me like less deadened. Like that, I don't know. It hits a different thing. I think it's because I know that it's like an injustice. Like it's out of like pure like
behind it. It's not like someone falling off a building by accident, where it's just chance.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's just chance.
And then you watch videos on Live Leak, or like not Live Leak, on Best Score, of like they have like cartel videos, so you can like see
those. I have not watched
taking out people,
many of those,
to like the fucking like wet grasslands in the back of
that is
in the back
fucked,
of Sinaloa. It's crazy shit.
That is
in that one, I'm like, You are in a cartel though. So it's like,
dude, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm just like, I don't know.
Who wants to die like that?
No one wants to die like that. I'm saying, but there's like, I'm not saying it's a justification, but there's something about where you're just like, well, this is like an organization versus an organization.
It's fair game.
It's different. Yes, like there is that risk in your occupation of that happening. It's the same thing if I was to like be like selling, like very, very large amounts of cocaine. Like I would be like, okay, at some point I could get shot by a competitor or shot by the FBI. And you know what? That's something that I did. So I know that I'm doing this. When you're, shipping out a large amount of drugs, that's part of it. But when you're just driving down the street and just existing as a black person in America, and there's a video.
Obviously, you shouldn't have existential fear for your existence.
Yeah, watching that, you're like, Jesus Christ! I mean, like it's inhumane just watching that. You're like, good God.
Yep, it's pretty horrible, dude.
Yeah, So 20 minutes into the episode, we're really.
I mean, that was good.
It.
That was a good riff. Honestly.
That was a good riff.
We went on some good topics there.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to dive into albums? I think I could probably get.
Yeah, let's do it.
I can probably get this done in 9 minutes or so.
Nah, you don't have to do that.
Well, guys, I listened to Unlocked 1.5. It was the remix album of Unlocked, which came out last year. It was the first album that I talked about on this podcast by Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. So I listened to the new one. Still 8 tracks, so the same thing. 22 minutes total, so I think it's a little bit shorter than the original. It was sort of just a reimagining. I'm just going to pull up the track list. Reimagining of all of the tracks or actually, I think most of the tracks. I don't know if everything else made it on here. But it's sort of just a respin of a lot of the original works from Unlocked. I would say overall, it's generally less ripping and more groovy and like kind of funky. Like it's definitely more like, I don't want to say relaxing because that's not a good way of just take as many as you want. But that's not a good way of putting it. I don't think it's relaxing, but it definitely has a different feel to it as far as it being a little bit wavier and stuff like that. Like the Smino remix and Robert Glasper featured, So Incredible, which opens the project. Like I said, it's very smooth, like smooth like gravy. I would say, it's certainly retains like Denzel's sort of messaging, I think, like of So Incredible, but it's I mean, I don't know, like it rounds off most of the edges, I would say. Like it still has that quintessential Denzel Curry energy, I guess, to it, just like in the way that New York City is still New York City, even in like Williamsburg, in the same way that it is in Canarsie. Yeah. But, they have different looks to them, I guess, like different feels and energies to them. So for that reason, I think that's the best way of putting it. I would say overall, the featured artists like feel very at home, both on the original project as well as like this new one. Like Joey Badass, who comes in on the remix of Cosmic, is just an obvious choice. Like he sort of feels like he should have always been there in a way. Not only his vocal inflection, but his verse and the way that it works with the new flow, as well as, again, sort of like the overall messaging of the original, Cosmic track, I think works incredibly well. I meant to mention this, I'm a sucker for a good remix. I think that's the DJ Hero fan in me. Shout out to DJ Hero, the old game from the mid 2000 teens. Dude. But I think that definitely influenced me in like loving a good melding of tracks, but also just like a good reimagining of something like that. So like the Charlie Heat version of Take It Back, it just really changes up what I felt like the track could do. The bass line walks. I really like the trumpet additions that he was able to do. They're a nice touch. Again, it doesn't lose the mission of the original works. It just kind of takes it into a different perspective. For what it's worth, I think that the God Mode 950 version of Take It Back, which is the last track on this album, kind of pales in comparison. Like it's more of a dance club kind of like track to it. It's very electronic, very much like a true remix of just sort of like taking the parts and making something new instead of like creating new music to sort
so it's more like Kenny Beats revisiting like his DJ time when he would do like ballrooms and like basement.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it doesn't go into trance, but it's definitely like electronic club music. And it's a cool imagining, and I got to give it to God Mode 950 as far as like his takes on it. But yeah, I think the Charlie Heat has the overall the better version of Take It Back.
Oh yeah.
There are a couple of tracks in my opinion that kind of fall a little bit more flat. Pyro was one of my favorite tracks on the first version, the original version of the album, and I kind of wish it hadn't been softened because I really liked the unrelenting nature of the original. Yeah. And I think that Denzel like sort of loses a little bit in this. Like Kenny Mason, the featured artist on that, is very good. But again, he feels a little bit off here. Like the pen game, fantastic. The actual delivery, really, really good. But it doesn't feel like it matches in the same way that, like, again, Joey Badass feels like a natural fit to the project, regardless of its interpretation. Whereas this, like Kenny Mason feels like it would have to be this version of it for him to exist within the unlocked sphere. I'd say the sentiment continues in the track after that, Layup. It just seems a little strange overall. Like it's like, yeah, I mean, like kind of odd. It's one of the only times where it seems kind of obvious that the vocals were recorded for something else originally and now sort of repurposed in this edit. Yeah, not the best. Gotcha. Certainly not the best on the project.
You don't like it that much.
Yeah, don't like it that much. And then Diet 1.5, I think was honestly the most disappointing. Like it pulled the album out of the nosedive, but like it's just Diet again with like a new verse. Like Benny the Butcher comes in, fantastic verse. Again, shout out to Benny, fantastic vocal inflection, everything was fantastic. That said, then it's just Diet. Like Benny just took the first verse, and then the rest of the song is just the original version of Diet with Denzel Curry delivering it, doing it like nothing, literally nothing.
So it's like when Jay-Z got in on Frank Ocean's Biking.
Yeah.
They literally just like made biking again.
Yep, they just made it again. So I think it's a pretty great remix package overall. Like it does what every good, I think, remix package should do most of the way through. It highlights what's great. It sort of takes a new take on things that could have been done even better. It shades the project in new ways that you wouldn't have expected based upon the old version of the tracks. So, I mean, I like it overall. I think that the overall impression that I had was I like it. Did I need it? No. But did it do a good job? Yeah. I like it a lot. Nice. So Unlocked 1.5. Definitely.
Love to hear it.
Definitely would give it a listen if you enjoyed, especially the original version of Unlocked by Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. I mean, it's fucking 22 minutes. So give it a listen. You can absolutely find time in your schedule to do that. Yeah, guys, I would highly recommend it. I think that it's definitely one of the better, like remix packages and like smaller offerings from an artist that's sort of, again, repurposing an older work. In a long time, it's not just a double album with a whole other album stapled to it that isn't that good. Looking at you, Eminem. Looking at you.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was great.
All right, I guess
we're back.
We're back once again.
We're back again.
Oh my God, we're back.
Yeah.
So we're back again. Yeah.
So that's some lore.
Yeah, we should probably do.
Are you done?
Some more? Yeah. No. Yeah. I was just gonna say. I think my final thoughts. Denzel Curry, Kenny Beats, Unlocked 1.5. Go listen to that shit. It's very good. Yeah. Let's do some lore.
Let's do some liggity lore.
Lore. You wanna take the lead on this one?
So, our next book.
I heard that time. Heard some static.
Our next book. The book of cHaSe is the book of Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the Bible, the book of Ruth is following the book of Judges, like right after. It's like a part 2, basically, right? So in the book of Ruth, it's all told from the perspective. I would have shut up and I would have let you do it. No. You're so bad about it, dude.
No, that's the whole. Every time I try and get it with you talking over.
I hate you. Tradition. So the whole thing is told from Naomi's point of view, and basically the whole point of the book of Ruth is loyalty and obedience brings fruitfulness. Kind of like the last one, but instead of it being more about protection, this one is more about like he provides food, shelter, all these necessities,
the
all
logistics
for being
life.
Obedient. But I just want to say one thing, okay? He is also helping to give food during a famine. This is God. He by meaning God. God is helping Ruth and Naomi, who lost their husbands due to the.
You're talking about in the actual
Bible. Yeah. This is the actual Bible. I just have a little bit of beef with Samuel, who wrote this one. Hey man,
fuck you, Samuel.
You're saying that God helped you, like with food and water and all these things, but he caused the famine because of the Israelites not obeying him. So it's like
it's a little weird, isn't it?
I mean, it's a little sus, to be honest. I'm a little skeptical about that one. It's just like, come on. If I punch you in the face and then get you ice for your eye, am I that good of a person? Because I punched you in the fucking face first.
No, you're not. What is that saying? It was like the U.S. government will break your legs and then, expect you to be grateful for giving you a crutch.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. They're the reason. Yeah. So anyways, that's basically what Ruth is about.
So the book of Ruth in the book of cHaSe
very different.
It's decently short chapter, and essentially it has to do with the idea of free will.
And it's basically just like it's the epilogue of the book of Judges from the book of cHaSe, which is, as you know, where Odin
came down and passed judgment on the one Mycenaean king who decided to show some gracious, some hospitality to him. And for that, Odin punished the entire world because you don't help anybody in the religion of the Book of cHaSe. You're supposed to be self-sufficient. And for that reason, humanity was sort of set back. That's really what triggered a lot of the dark ages, like the dark times for humanity, was when Odin would come down and pass judgment on humanity being a little bit too kind to one another. So the Book of Ruth is essentially about the idea that, humanity decided to be obedient and violent and, sort of mean to one another. There was no looking out for the common man, nothing like that. And so Odin and cHaSe both decided, well, okay, I mean, all you had to do is listen for a period of time. Snapped, and boom, they have free will again.
And you could do
just
whatever
like
you
that.
wanted. You could do whatever you wanted.
It was crazy. And all of the people were like, it was that simple? And they're like, yeah, it was literally that simple.
You literally just had to listen to us one time and we would have let you do whatever.
So
we're like, okay. So then they started listening to them.
For an offering today is the idea that every person in the eyes of the Book of cHaSe is sort of like this little flask, this water receptacle. And the idea is that when you allow yourself to be open to the guidance of cHaSe and his father, Odin, and all of the really gods of this religion, when you open yourself up like that with this, opening here, then you sort of become a vessel for the universe. And the idea that, the universe can fill you up in a way that you see fit, in order to, become this deeper vessel for the entirety of the cHaSism, within the universe.
Yeah.
So we offer this,
and you have the free will, of course, to choose what it is that you fill yourself up
exactly.
with. So, and it's a mixture. It's a
concoction.
There we go, concoction.
Yes,
of liquids and maybe a couple solids.
Yes.
I don't know. Whatever you want.
Actually,
you can put whatever you want in there.
Believe it or not, how the philosophy and the original idea of the medicine with the different humors within the body, the different liquids like bile and yellow pus and black pus and everything started to come into existence.
Absolute worst things in the body.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, well, that's what they believed. Do you remember that shit? Do you remember when they believed that it's like, well, your liquids are imbalanced?
Yeah.
And that is, in fact, why we drink liquids on this show.
to make sure that we're not unbalanced.
Yes. So, Phil, would you like to?
I would like to partake a little bit.
Excuse me.
Deus homines halataris sine mortine. Deus ana mortine Behold, the holy cup of piss. And
that
now
is a
we
horrible
drink.
color. It's a horrible color,
piss.
Phil. That is, I like. Oh my god,
It's piss.
that's objectively a horrible color for a drink.
And now we drink of the piss
Yes.
of cHaSe.
Yes. That's it. Well, in
good.
cHaSe's name we pray.
All praise be to cHaSe.
All praise be to cHaSe. Amen. And that's lore for this week, guys. That's the book of cHaSe.
I would have you drink, but you don't drink. So.
Yes. Well, I appreciate it. I will drink from this instead.
Oh wait, let's just do that. We should have done Coke first, and then I pour my beer in.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's okay though.
It's all good.
It is fine.
Yeah. So cool.
So
All
there
praise
you
be
go.
to cHaSe,
All
motherfucker.
praise be to cHaSe.
I like
So,
that. That was a good one.
That was a pretty good one. I like that. I like that a lot. So, Phil, would you like to talk about your album Behind Every Great Man?
The Buttresses behind every great
Behind
man.
Every Great Man. That
So a little
is
background on the
something.
Buttress.
Yeah,
she got
not
big.
familiar with her
she,
at all.
She is a female rapper from, I should say, like producer, rapper, writer,
Musician.
like she's just an artist. She's an
general.
artist. She also would paint, draw, sketch, like all this kind of shit. And like,
Damn.
she's crazy. She's awesome. I love her.
Multifaceted.
I fucking love her. I found out about her on Vine in probably like 2012.
Gone
maybe?
too soon.
Maybe in like 2012 to 2011, maybe.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, like, what do you want?
How you doing, Chris?
What do you want?
I don't know. It's stupid.
I just like don't even understand.
Well, I don't
Like,
even
like,
understand.
anything that I
It's a horrible. I did a horrible.
Don't like it.
I can do.
I always loved when I found out that was based off of Buffalo Bill. From
I know,
Silence
I
of the
love-
Lambs. That's
so-
hilarious.
Oh, she a
I
great
just
big
like-
fat person. Oh Jesus! Are you okay? Are you all right? Oh my God!
Made me laugh so
Okay.
hard. Yeah, I'm good. That was so fun.
That makes me think of every single time Phil and I. So as you guys
Sorry,
probably
no.
know, we want to make films and television, and we definitely want to have this one reference of "or your body" in there all the time. So you guys are probably familiar with the Dark Knight Rises when Bane lifts up Batman.
I was wondering what would break first.
Your spirit.
And he grabs him and he goes,
"Oh, your body!" and drops him onto his knee and does
snaps his fucking spine in half.
that. So we want that backdrop, like the drop onto the knee and breaking back move to be done in an action movie or something like that. And anytime that happens, the person just says, "Oh, your body!" with no context. So it'll just be like,
And also, like, they're speaking English, like, not, of course he's speaking English too,
Yeah.
but like in like an American accent, they're just like, you thought you would win, just like fighting, and
Yeah,
then just
and
out
then-
of nowhere picks him up and just goes, "Oh, your body!"
Yeah. I just love the idea of like Tom Cruise in the next movie. He's like, "You're never gonna stop Ethan Hunt. I'm coming in. I'm Ethan Hunt." And he's like running across like that thing,
Yeah.
and he's like fighting the like ninja guy, and then all of a sudden the guy's just like, "You'll never win. I swear." I'm going, "Oh, your buddy!" Brings it. I was just going to get you. I swear to God.
And then they continue talking.
they just keep talking.
And then someone on the side is like, "Was that Bane?
Was that
Did he
someone?
just Bane
someone just say
someone?"
"or your body"? Why did you
Sorry,
say? Hey,
I'm sorry. Why do you have a British?
why did
accent
you
all
say
of a
"or
sudden?
your body"? What was that?
What was that from?
And it's just like,
what are you copying?
what are you talking about?
I don't know what you're. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking. You're just like, and you're just like, what? I don't. But you had a British accent like 2 minutes ago.
And also, you're
Just,
Tom
"Oh, your
Cruise.
body!"
What? Wait, Tom Cruise. Why do you have a Spanish accent now? My mind wanted to say Hispanic, where my mouth said Spanish, and it just came out as just the
Spinach. Why did you do a spinach accent?
my Spanish accent. Oh, dude, what kind of rice would you? Hi, welcome to Chipotle. What kind of rice would you like? Can I get the spinach rice, please? You mean Spanish rice?
Please stop.
Yeah, sure. Spinach. Spanish.
Can I have the Spanglish rice?
What? This is half and half.
Mm-hmm.
Half brown rice, half
Oh my God.
half a Spanish rice. No, no, as in like the actual.
I thought for just a second that's where you're going with it. And I was like, Phil, no. Phil, no. Yeah, some of that brown rice.
That's why I had to finish. That's why I was like, and Spanish rice. Oh God.
Well, we end up censoring that out. Welcome back, guys.
Oh man. Okay, so getting back to my album, the Buttress.
Oh, fuck.
So I found out about her through Vine. She had that Vine that was like, "Don't be mad that I fucked your dad." That one. You ever heard that song?
I think so.
It's a song by her.
I think so.
I can't remember the exact name of it, and I want to right now, so I'm gonna look it
Don't
up.
be mad that I fucked your dad.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be very mad.
Like, if it ain't long, it's wrong. Don't be mad that I fucked your dad. Yeah, it was a very funny, very popular Vine that came. It's called Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow. It was a very funny Vine that came out, and then she ended up taking it down because she was like, "I hate that people just always put on my shit. Don't be mad that I fucked your dad. Like, that's not what I'm known for. That's not like the only thing I do." And I honestly respected it, and that's why I started like following her and like looking at her music and everything. And like, her Twitter used to be hilarious. Like, she would tweet constantly. It was really funny. But in 2014, she came out with this album. It's her only album, like her only like extended. What are you doing? How long were you doing that?
That was the first time. It made me laugh so hard. So it's literally just like,
Tried it once.
I'm gonna breathe a little extra hard right in the mic. And you just go. It was more of the delayed reaction where I just went, and you just go, I don't. You.
Just, hey, you slut.
And you just, oh yeah. And I'm like, what? Didn't even fucking do anything.
Man. Fuck, that's funny.
All right, so as you were saying.
Yeah, so she came out with this album in 2014. It's her only extended project. So I don't really know, because I don't think it's exactly like a studio album, you know what I mean? Like where she went into like blah, blah, blah records, like
somewhat of an
records or something like that. And just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is technically a studio album because if you do it in your home studio and you make everything yourself and you sample and mix and, you know, record, create, produce the entire album yourself, is it not technically a studio album? And also if you put it out in your own shit, like your own record label name?
So it's about, excuse me,
so
it's about
like
consistency, not the actual quarters themselves.
What do you mean?
Like what I mean by that is like, as long as you do all of the work within kind of one place and you, as you said, like mix, master, do all that sort of shit in your, again, bedroom, whatever it is, right? And then release it through your own independent like label, then it could be considered a studio project.
I don't see why it couldn't be called a studio album because it's your home studio.
Whereas like if you record it in your home studio, then go to Sony and you master it with Sony, and then it's released by, I don't fucking know, TDE, like for some random reason, then like I guess
that's a studio album.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But like,
I think I'm with you.
I don't know. Like it's called on all platforms and like on Spotify and everything. It's under the list, the genre and like category of album. So, because like on Spotify, they are specific about like an EP or an album or an LP or something like that. So I just thought it was interesting. But so the album is called Behind Every Great Man, and it looks like this.
What time code is that, Phil? 44.
That's at 4402.
All
right.
44, yeah, I'll just do 44.
But
444.
I love this album so fucking much.
Yep.
It's the first vinyl I ever got.
Wow, that's important.
Yeah,
that's
it was like
big.
it was the one where I was like, okay, I don't have a record player, but when I finally have access to one, or when I finally do get one, which I ended up getting one, very like cheap, like not it wasn't like cheap, but it was nice enough to like play. It had
cheaper,
Bluetooth and everything,
yeah.
but it wasn't
wasn't
like it wasn't one of those
mahogany
super expensive
wood.
It wasn't an
and-
Audio Technica,
Yeah.
but I ended up getting one, and I think this album's fantastic. It really made me want to start like making my own sounds and producing everything myself instead of like like immediately going to like find work or like do some kind of like understudy apprenticeship at an actual studio. I was like, okay, well, this shows me that you can do everything yourself in house, and it still comes out like fantastic, like this album did.
Yeah.
So it's 10 tracks.
I love the cover.
25 minutes.
I gotta say,
it's fantastic.
Really
it's
like the
so
cover.
funny.
It's very nice.
So good, and like the vinyl looks fire. That's what it looks like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that downstairs.
It's
many
three
times
crosses, and it's like the actual crosses because she has a lot of biblical references, but like in a sense of like more of like kind of like making fun of it in a lot of senses, or like being like I am like anti this, like I am am like the antithesis of this.
So what we do,
kind of,
yeah.
kind of, yeah. But instead of being like, look how stupid this is, and like just kind of being like
satirical in general.
Hers is more like, no, like I am the anti of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Like she like it's kind of like writing herself into like the meta.
Some Dante's Inferno shit.
Yeah.
Love that.
She like retcons herself into this. Yeah. It's actually a lot like Dante's Inferno of just kind of like putting yourself in there.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah. 10 tracks, 25 minutes. Great. It's really good car
It's
album.
also a breeze.
It's also like fucking
a breeze of a listen.
Yeah. 25
How many
minutes.
tracks?
Super quick. 10.
So like
10 tracks.
What? Like, damn.
They're about 2 minutes each.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 2 minutes, minute and a half each.
There's only two tracks on here that are 3 minutes, and one is at 3 exactly, and the other is at 3:05. So, yeah, the other ones are about 2:50, 2:46, 2:41, 2:35, 2:17.
Just a breeze.
Yeah,
like I said,
super
to listen
quick.
to. That's awesome.
But also like to make 25 minutes worth of like quality music by yourself in your own studio, phenomenal. Like that's so
very
it's so
impressive.
good.
And it's rap, you said, right?
Yeah, it's rap, but like it's very grimy, like very. She works a lot with Flying Lotus, so you can tell that there's some influence from Flying Lotus in there, in that kind of sense of like his like sharp, edgy percussion and like stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know how else to describe this album. Like, it's just got its own like unique sense to it. It's not like a Suicide Boys album where like it's like drippy and like you know like kind of muted with like this like very like drug influenced sound and everything, and like trappy, but also has like this dark grimy feel. Hers is like so great. Like what track is it? Inferno, I believe it is. Sorry, one sec. Fuck.
Don't apologize.
Yeah,
Phil.
Inferno. Starts with like the sound of being out in a swamp.
Okay.
And it's like it's
that ambient,
but like
swampy
it's like
tone.
ambient, but it's like in rhythm. Like she like sampled it well, like with like her sampling power is great. I don't know if she like makes her own shit and then just like chops and screws it and like kind of fucks with it and manipulate it sonically. But
sampling is a
she does
really
it so well. She's so good
art.
at it. She's really fucking good at it. A lot of her lyrics also have to do with the concept of like phenomenology, which is like the study and like the concept of like the nature of being and like the phenomenon of life and like how it kind of works and like how like we devolve ourselves into religion and like spiritual shit and just like how
the concept
like
of how a living thing moves through existence.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like specifically more on like a human level. Like
got it.
Like she talks about in the song Inferno, it's about, if I'm right, or it's
sounds right up my alley. I gotta listen to this album. That reminds me that makes me think of the Caretaker. Everywhere at the End of Time.
So in the opening song, Funeral,
yes,
she talks, the whole thing is like from the perspective of like, I would say probably like 19th century, like almost like colonial, a little bit past colonial times, like widow or like kind of like white, like single mother almost, of like kids that she didn't want to have. Like it's like one of those, and it's this character that she's created has murdered her own children, like drowned them, killed, stabbed,
some matricide,
killed them. Yeah.
Yep. Or
So,
I'm sorry, infanticide.
Yeah, infanticide.
Yep.
And you know, in it talks about like one of the lyrics is, "Weren't you aware of the female hysteria?" And it's just like she talks about how like it's this whole kind of like the phenomenology of this woman's existence, and like it's not even that. It's like she didn't even talks about how she didn't even want to be a mother in the first place. Like like this was all like a motherhood was a curse onto me that I did not want. I just wanted to exist. I wanted to be my own person. Now I have to, you know, do this whole bullshit. And it's kind of like, yeah. And it's like, there we go. The crime was committed against me first when I gave birth. I'm not a nurturer, so I sent them innocent back to the earth. Now I'm standing here reminiscing, sharpening these knives in the kitchen. I think he'll be coming home soon. I wonder if he'll miss him. So it's like they're terrible parents. She talks about like he's a horrible father. It even says, they had a bad father. Now I've made for him a memory. Remember me, the one that bore your seed while now they sleep. And it's just like, it's interesting. It's like, it doesn't like obviously paint this character in a good light, but it's a story that I think is often not told from that perspective. It's more of just like, yeah, and then they had a crazy mom that killed them. It's just like, look at this crazy lady. You know what I mean? Where it doesn't really get to look at her perspective, whether or not it's right or wrong in the individual's eyes and everything. But I just think it's like this song, Pilgrims by the Millions, which is like the hit track of the entire album. And that song, it has a lot of a lot of references to biblical stuff. And like the whole thing is basically saying like, I'm pilgrims by the millions, recruiting them while you're losing them. So basically all these people,
Pilgrims in the religious sense
of being like, these are your followers, and like they made this pilgrimage for you. And which is a very big phenomenon right now in humanity and in society, of people leaving Christian and like Judeo-Christian religions and everything. And she's basically being like, I'm taking all of your followers as they leave you. Yeah. Like recruiting them as you're losing them. Very true. A lot of, it has references to Judas, and it's just like Ghost of a Barbie Car. You've got Get Visited, which is a great track. And it's just got a lot of her percussion is like boom, bap, like boom. It's very good. It's very like, some of them are slow and like have like these like very like loop, almost like hypnotic like beats to them in the way that they're sampled, like dun, 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 dun. I love and that. It just makes you kind of, it's like trance like, where it just kind of like puts you into this, it's immersive, it brings you into a story. And that's I'm always a huge critic, huge fan, a big follower of rappers and artists who can like tell a story in their music. Oh yeah, and in their art. Yeah. If you can bring it in and you tell a compelling story, whether or not it's linear or anything like that. But if you can bring it in and you can like bring this setting or the fantasy world to life, then I'm in. You've got me, because I'm a sucker for it. I'm really very, very easily influenced by that kind of stuff.
That's why I got fascinated with King Von so quickly.
Yeah,
because he had such
King Von's
knack.
He was so good for doing that. Yeah. But yeah, I think everyone should listen to this. Behind Every Gray Man is like the obviously the title track.
Great title, by the way.
Great, yeah. And that whole thing,
especially considering the themes that she's
is basically being like, she's using the front of being behind a man to. God, I want to know exactly what she says. Hold on.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say, based on what
the line is great, and it's like
very pointed. That's a great title, based on
and her album cover is Jesus and Satan being together, being like, "What's up?" And then she's behind them.
Yep.
Kind of being like, "Yeah, I'm behind the scenes of these guys. Like, while they're here and everyone's looking at them, I'm doing my own shit in the back.
Yep.
Undercover."
Yep.
Behind men, conspiring. That's what it is. Conspiring. I like that.
Yeah, it's very good.
No sleep for the weak one, shit is tiring, but no rest for the wicked. I'm behind men, conspiring.
Very good.
I think it's great.
Very good.
Yeah. She's also, as like an artist and as like a person, she's very big into like philosophy. She runs the Phenomenology Club. I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but she used to do like these streams basically.
That's a club that I want to join.
Yeah, and they talk a lot about philosophy. She should
have a philosophy episode.
Thing is, I'm not good at it. I'm also just like, it's just thinking hard.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point is I don't want it to be like some, oh my God, like, do you think, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like talk about like the really abstract shit where it's like, okay, like solipsism, the idea of like, you think that you're the only actual, like the only true existence is the mind. Like that's the only thing that can be certain because obviously you're you, so you know that you exist, but then everything else beyond you, even stimulus, isn't certain because it could be manipulated through your perception. So like an episode where we talk about that, or like phenomenology, where it's like you're a thing that exists on this earth and you have higher order thinking and
like, why are we here?
Needs.
Is there a purpose? Do we make purpose ourselves? Which we do. We 100% just make purpose out because there's no actual purpose besides surviving, which then implies a purpose of surviving. And it's just like, yeah, I could get down with that.
So
I could maybe
we should do that sometime.
But, sometime. So the Buttress behind every great man, go check her out. She hasn't put out really anything since 2017. I think she put out one single. So I think she might be done with music, but this album is great to come back to over and over and over. Yeah, I mean,
entirely?
Now, maybe. I don't know. She hasn't put anything out. I haven't really seen her be active on Twitter at all. I used to go like back and forth. I would like reply.
Damn.
She would comment. Like she was really good about like being involved because she hadn't ever gotten that big yet.
That's good.
I always wanted to see one of her shows. But COVID obviously stopped her from doing these like live shows that she used to do, which apparently were awesome. I saw a lot of video footage from them. They were sick.
God, I can't wait for concerts to come back.
It's gonna be great. But yeah, I think this album is great to come back to over and over. It is banging. Like this is like I'm going to murder someone. Also like women, if you want to feel like a bad fucking bitch, like you want to feel that thing. You know, like when you see guys listening to NBA Youngboy? Okay. That you will feel that from this album. Like she's like NBA Youngboy with a philosophy.
NBA
masters.
Young Girl.
Yeah, she's like MBA
Young Girl. Yeah.
MBA older woman who has her not like elder.
But
like nothing, Philip. Okay, because we're back.
We're
okay,
back
but like
again.
nothing.
We're back again. We're back again. We're back again. We're back again.
We're back again.
We're back again.
We're back again.
We're back again. And no, we're back again. You know,
we're back again. We're back again. Back again. We're back again. We're back again. Back again. We're back again. Back again. I'm coming back again. I'm coming back again.
I'm coming back. Coming back. Coming back again. That was good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god!
Do you remember when beatboxing was like a thing?
Yes.
Were you that kid at the bus stop who would like listen to beatboxing?
No,
like,
I remember
battles?
I went through like a very.
Was anyone else that kid or just me?
I went through like a brief phase, and by brief I mean literally like 2 weeks in middle school where I was like, I can learn how to beatbox. I remember learning the whole like how to make it sound like the record. The like, well, no, I meant the like. Like I remember.
Oh, it's like this is the good.
I remember doing that, and like learning the basics of like that sort of thing, and then it became lame so quick. I was like, nah, fuck that. I can't do that. like so stupid. So as you guys probably noticed, this episode was called Behind Every 1.5 Biden Men. So we're going to briefly talk about the competence of President Biden. As I said to Phil, the reason why I wanted to bring this up was I read an article in a, I believe it was a British news publication, and wow.
Gross.
I know. Wow.
Scoreboard.
Well,
Scoreboard.
I know. Wow.
Scoreboard.
Well, the British
Who won?
can't really
Who won,
talk
though?
in most cases.
Who won, though?
They brought up a good point about the competency of the president, and they were mainly saying the fact that his cabinet doesn't seem to trust him to get a lot of stuff done. The U.S. media, like most American news outlets, are kind of looking the other way as far as his competency. And here's the thing, right?
Well, everyone except for like Fox News, anyone who's like more left leaning and like neutral is kind of trying to
look the other way,
brush it under the rug.
Exactly. And here's the thing, man. I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal. I voted for the guy. I'm not here to. This is certainly not anything pro-Trump. I think you guys would know that by now, but. It's more just the fact of the man came up the other day, did his first public speech. It was really since taking office, essentially, like his first national public speech since the inauguration. He hadn't been seen in public in 3 or 4 days prior to that speech. And I mean, the guy could barely get through 25 minutes of talking. And I mean, the way that he enters into the room, the way that he begins speeches by almost just kind of like starting to talk. I mean, it's exactly like you said. It's like the older relative cornering you at a party.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 25 minutes was far too long to listen to my great uncle speak about something that he honestly is too old to be fucking talking about.
Like, look, President
just
Biden.
Like, dude, okay. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't care. Okay.
Everybody said it.
You don't actually know.
He's a transitionary president. He even said that himself. It was a way of, getting Trump out of office, trying to restore some order, getting us through the pandemic, all those good things. But day to day,
it's because he's the only one that the DNC could hold by the scruff and basically like push him around and do whatever they wanted to. Because that's all it is now. Like with the two-party system, it's just the RNC and the DNC basically going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on who gets to be in power that year and who gets to make all the tax breaks for all the people who are basically contributing to both the R and it's just like they're all helping the same people.
Biden he doesn't look good. Like most days, most of the time that I've seen the dude out in public, it's like, yoy,
he's old as fuck, dude. He looks like shit.
He looks.
I don't think he's gonna get past the summer. I think the heat is going to kill him.
He might pass in office, dude. He might die.
Might? 4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
Dude, we're 2 months in and everyone's being like, dude, is this guy okay?
Yeah, he's had a pretty sharp decline since the election.
2 months.
Especially.
We're supposed to get to 48 of them.
I'm not even talking about like the speech or anything. Like, look, I know he had a stutter, all that other shit. That's not what I'm talking about. It's the gate,
it's the energy behind it.
It's the energy. It's the look in his eye. I mean, dude.
I pointed out, we were listening to. Oh, well,
his eyes are
not open. At one point,
open.
he does this. He's like, he does this a lot.
He comes in. All right, folks.
All right, folks.
Here's the deal. All right, folks.
I keep a piece of paper in my suit.
I mean,
that tells me how many deaths are right now.
Yeah.
You have something written on a piece of paper that you've probably had in your pocket for
5,868,000.
I carry it every day. Every day? You up to...
I found a way to learn how to put my dentures in.
Summer, maybe you'll be able to have 3 people
my Marine One help
for a barbecue.
I
will say some of the...
I love how we both just descended into
just old man
Biden rambling.
Absolute dribble. Drivel. Sorry, not dribble.
Yes.
Drivel. Dude, but
there's some old man dribble. You just see Biden just
step up, bitch.
He sets up for the 3.
Broke your ankles, you punk bitch. What are you gonna do, motherfucker?
Step off. I played with Barack for years.
I knew
For years and years.
I saw Will Chamberlain once.
I saw Will Chamberlain once.
You know, with the Michael Jordan man. You know,
Barack Obama
shoe
comes in.
guy.
He's just like, Joe, we've never played basketball. Not even one time.
Brock's like, dude, even when I was in office, you were gonna break a fucking hip, dude. You're old as shit.
You're old as fuck.
You're old as shit. You're fermented cheese, Joe. You look like fermented cheese.
Joe, you are Delaware. Like you look like the state of Delaware came to life. Okay, you know there's Mount Rushmore.
Your brain is disintegrated.
You are Mount Delaware. That's you. That's your whole.
Is there
ethos.
Mount Delaware?
No, but I'm saying like there's a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
he's Mount Delaware, just as a person.
Is that where he's from?
He's from Delaware. Yeah.
I hate you.
He took the train, dude.
I don't know
Remember
why,
that famous thing?
Something about Delaware, man. I don't believe that's a real state.
Oh, you don't buy it?
No.
It's like Montana.
Montana's so small.
It's a myth.
It's so small.
I mean, Phil.
Rhode Island, I understand. Delaware,
you should
I
talk,
genuinely
dude.
do not believe
Texas is a myth.
Dude, don't even fucking try. Texas is so not a myth.
It is.
We were a country before any other state was a fucking country. We were our own country.
That actually sounds like something that a fake state would say.
No,
honestly.
that actually sounds like shut up.
Yeah, we were a country before, and like you
Your
don't
state
even
is just
remember.
the words connect, I cut, dude. Shut up.
But I don't like my state.
That's fine. But
That's the
your
difference.
state's like I don't care.
I'm not even from there. I only lived
I'm
there
not
for
even
like
from
6
there.
or 7 years. You grew up and lived and everything.
Yeah, I did. It is. Yeah, exactly.
It's
So it's a
fake.
real place. It's not fake. Stop saying that.
It's fake.
You're gonna get jumped, dude. You're
It's
trying
just-
to expand out to Texas,
Oh, you'll
dude.
love
You'll
this.
die.
It's West Louisiana. It's South Oklahoma. That's all that Texas is. That's all the Texas. It's just a lie. Just overlapping states. that
You're
come
so
together.
lucky we're on camera right now. I would say some words to you, some choice cuts of words,
Some
dude.
choice words.
I would be giving you some New York strip steak of words right now, dude. I would be lighting your ass up like a bonfire, bro.
There were many times in college when myself and CHaSe as when he was still in his human form, CHaSe and I would just say to Phil how often we loved, like just how much we loved Dallas, Texas instead of Houston. And there were times where we pushed it very far, like to the point that Phil would almost attack us in many, many instances. But it's okay because those times are past now.
It's interesting. It's a complicated relationship I have with Dallas.
Yeah.
Because it is part of Texas still. So when other states are like, fuck Texas, if you're from Dallas, I'm going to band together with you to kick the shit out of that piece of shit who's saying shit, who's talking absolute smack.
About Texas, yes.
Yeah. But within Texas, there is also superiority.
Of
and
course.
Dallas is at the bottom of the list. And that's okay, right? And that's okay. And that's okay. But you're at the bottom. Bottom. Very, very bottom. Like I had to scrape you off with a sharp knife.
How mad would you be if an official listing came out of like Texas ranked, and then it's not that
Ranked by
Houston was
who,
at the
though?
low,
Ranked by who?
just by like
And where are they from?
Just by like someone in Texas, like the most Texan to Texas. Like
And they put Dallas
Doug
above Houston?
Dimmadome.
If they put Dallas above Houston, they're honestly a word that I can't say.
You know Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Imagine that equivalent for Texas, right? So like Tex Texan, owner of the Texas Texan.
Yeah.
like that guy.
Okay.
He rates it, and it's like number one is like Austin for some reason.
No, it makes sense. I could see why people would put
Then
Austin
Dallas, Fort Worth, then Houston. What would you do? By Tex Texan, dude. He's the most Texan.
I mean, it's an opinion.
Texan to
It's an
Texas
opinion.
ever.
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion. Would you kill him?
No.
Do you think if
I'm not
all
going
of
to kill
Houston,
someone over saying that.
if
kind
all of
shit, but it's
Houston
like-
gang together to kill him, would you join the mob to kill Tex Texan?
Okay, here's the thing. If I'm here in New York,
What if he was talking
No, I'm
mad
not.
shit in your home? He's like, man, fuck Houston. I'm Tex Texan, and I'm telling you that Austin and Dallas
He's in my
are
house?
always superior.
like he's in my house.
No, he's in the middle of the town square of Houston, like in the middle of
so
metropolitan
like city
Houston.
center, like town and country.
Yes.
Or no, not even. Probably like the Galleria.
He's-
He could just like be like smack at the.
And
border.
while he's doing that, he is throwing Whataburger on the ground and like stomping on it. and saying, "This isn't even Texan," and then just like.
Well, then I'd be like, this guy smokes crack, so I don't know if I'm gonna fucking. I don't even know if I'm gonna mess with him because I'm like, all right, well, he's just off of something right now. To even say that,
then you're like, well, he's just unwell.
Yeah, well, he's just sick in the head.
Everything else about him is normal.
He's not an asshole. Texan, he's just unwell.
But then as soon as Whataburger, I love how that's the breaking point of it being a ridiculous. Well, dude, I mean, if he doesn't even like what are you talking?
No. It's not that he doesn't like. You cannot deal like Whataburger. It's fine with like not. It's fine with not liking Whataburger. It's fine to not like Whataburger. That's fine with me. It's more of like. It's more of just like, dude, to say it's not it's the Texas. Like it's like one of the Texas foods. You know what I mean? Like you get fast food at Whataburger and you get groceries from HEB. Like that's just the thing that you do in Texas. Okay, so like to say it's not Texas. I mean, it's just absolutely.
It's just not Texas. It's un-Texan to say that.
No, it's just like unfactual. It's
wrong.
I don't even know like what kind of it's completely incorrect. It's just okay. It's like, okay, this guy's not in reality.
Yeah.
Like he's gone. He's checked out.
Okay.
So like
so if he was saying all that and the entire town was going to attack him, would you take part?
No. You're just going to fight a psychologically like insane guy. Like someone who's not well in the head. No, I'm not going to just go up and beat the fuck out of that guy.
Well, it turns out, and then I just come out and I'm like a cowboy hat, and as soon as I put it on, I'm just like head to toe in denim, and I'm Tex Texan, and I'm here.
Here's the thing. If you're in the cafeteria at middle school and you hear some screaming, okay, are you gonna go fight that guy if they start talking? They just start saying shit that like is like maybe meant to hurt you, but like no,
of course not.
You're eating middle school lunch, so you know the people I'm talking about. So. You hear screaming, you're not just gonna go over there and beat someone up because they're screaming. You know what I mean? Like that's not what you do.
You took that in a totally different direction.
That's the same thing. That's
that guy.
Guy. The screaming.
It is not.
Texan.
I want to get that on record. It is not
the same guy that you're asking me about. You're saying this guy who's saying something just as outrageous.
Outrageous? Is that the word that you really want to go with? Oh my god.
These unsubstantiated claims that they're making.
They're unsubstantiated, all right. Oh my god. This is a family show. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my god. All I'm saying is I'm not gonna go. No, I'm not gonna go. Gang up with the
you might as well just come up and say it. Like what the fuck is?
I'm not gonna go with the football kids and go beat up the Tex Texan. Is what I'm saying. That's not what I'm doing.
Is that the word we're gonna have for it now? Texans.
Tex Texan.
Yeah, you see those Texans over there. Oh my god.
Oh,
you heard it here first, folks. Dude. Tex Texan is a fucking lie. Oh. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's a rat bastard.
He's a rat bastard.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, let's wrap
on that. On that note, yeah, I think we should wrap it up.
I like how we said we're going to try and do a shorter episode. We're now here at an hour and 12 minutes.
That's not that bad. I mean, that's like 5 or 6 minutes shorter than we usually do.
Yeah, I'm not too worried.
Well, guys,
y'all like it anyways.
Exactly. Thank you for watching. As always, Big Shaq, come on our fucking show whenever you can. Come on the show. Big Man Ting, Roadman Shaq. 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Quick maths. Do some quick maths on our show.
Do some quick maths, man.
Do quick maths on the show.
Big man ting, brother. I'd say the big man ting.
You know what I'm saying? You get me.
You get me. Okay. So come on our show. Guys, to everyone else who is not Big Shaq, thank you for watching. As always, smash that like button if you enjoyed the episode today. Hit subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us or any of our other notifications that are coming in. And we'll be back again on Friday, guys. We're trying to get that algorithm to work for us a little bit better. So We'll see how it
Share
goes.
this with people you know if you think it's funny.
Yep.
If you think other people are going to find it funny, share it.
Play it in a
Like,
nursing home, somewhere where they
absolutely.
can't reach the TV
Dude,
to change it.
get on
you know.
your best booty shorts, okay? Men and women, okay?
Yes, of course.
But specifically men.
Mainly men.
And get your best booty shorts on and just fucking decimate the subscribe button and the like button with fat cheeks, okay?
Wow. Okay, just clap them.
Yeah.
Clap 'em.
Talking to men, though.
Mainly men.
Mainly men. Mainly.
Mainly. Like 70 to 80%.
If you think it applies to you, go ahead. I don't care.
I don't care. Do it.
As long as you're smacking that like button with your fat cheeks.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in as always. We appreciate your support, and we'll be back on the next episode. So
Hell yeah.
Have fun until then, and we'll see you soon. Keep it funky fresh, you son of a bitch.